What's good, people? Welcome to Pros Only TV. You're here with myself, Roland. Now, we're going to be doing a lot tonight, man. We've got the Wolves versus Manchester United match reaction, and then we've got the deadline day special. We're going to have a few extra guests on as well. So, I mean, come on, let's get to it.
Drop a can.
Yes, people. Yes, people. We are live. We are back again. I got my guy Reese back in the building. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, big up, man.
Come on. So, I mean, look, let's break down yesterday's game. Obviously, United beat Wolves 1-0 at the Molineux yesterday. Well, not yesterday, Sunday.
Yes. I was thinking, Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. But yeah, man. Let's start from the beginning, innit? So Ollie's team selection, right? When you saw that team sheet, what was you thinking?
I think obviously the biggest surprise was seeing Daniel James on the right. I really thought that Donny would get a game. I really did. Especially where they play a 3-4-3. But yeah, he didn't get it. I was shocked. But yeah, I thought it was still quite a positive formation, having just Fred as the holding, which I thought would be interesting. But yeah, it was nice to see Varane and Sancho on the starting lineup. But yeah, no, I thought it was fairly positive.
Yeah, I mean, that Daniel James thing, I mean, look, we're going to discuss him in a minute, yeah, but like seeing him start that game, I already automatically knew that Pogba was not going to be on the left-hand side. He's getting shifted back into that. Well, it kind of looked like it wasn't going to be a pivot for a minute until when the game started and you're seeing them there and you're like, oh my days. But yeah, it was good to see Varane and Sancho start, obviously, first starts in the league. So that was good for them. But I mean, talk to me about Raphael Varane, because when we was watching the game, you said that you didn't think he was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Tell me why you said that.
I don't know. I felt first half, I think he had a few misplaced passes, which was obviously when a player first starts, you're just looking at everything they're doing it. I just felt sometimes his positioning was was like, I feel like at times where he was leaving Wan-Bissaka to just be isolated with Traore. And I think towards the end of the first half, he started coming over and like helping him out. Which I thought, as an experienced centre-back, I thought he might have, just backed him up there. But I think overall he had a good game. It was a bit questionable first half for me. There were just certain things that he was doing, like I said. And I did notice that his passing was very sideways. He was like, he didn't really want to pass forward. But again, it's your first game. Everyone's going to scrutinise everything you do. I think he just wanted to just get through it, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. Because, I mean, like, with me, I thought he had a pretty decent game, like pretty good game, to be honest. There was only like one moment where he got caught. When in the second half when De Gea made a double save. Yeah, they got caught underneath the ball. And like I was like, that's the first sign of when it's getting rough in the Premier. Like you're gonna struggle if you don't like really like know what you're doing, innit?
Exactly.
Apart from that, like he was pretty decent, man. I thought first start, you're just showing people what you can do. You're warming into this thing. We'll see what happens. Let me just jump into some comments real quick. Big up Brush, Popcorn Gang as usual. Big up Hamza as well. Go follow. Go subscribe to the United community. Said what up, people? The team sheet on shit. Feel bad for Donny. All right, let's speak on Donny for a quick second, right? So once again, he hasn't started a game for United. McTominay's injured, so you've got Fred alone. You've got Matic, who people say his legs are gone. People saying he's too old, and you've got this signing who was last summer signing. He hasn't started a game this season, and he didn't come on yesterday. What do you think about what's happening with Donny van der Beek?
Honestly, I really don't know. It's clearly Ollie doesn't like him. It's clear.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not so I was surprised he didn't even requested to leave this
He
summer.
he apparently he did. So some news came
Oh
out
really?
literally in the last hour or so that he was apparently he's requested to leave, and Everton were interested to try
Yeah,
and bring him in, and Ollie said no, and it was on a loan, innit? So and
yeah,
Ollie said no, he's gonna stay. So when I'm seeing that, I'm saying to myself, so if you're saying it, that means he has to play. Like obviously he has to play, but clearly not. He's not
yeah.
going
So
to.
the guy's trying to ruin his career. I swear to God, how can look? He's come from Ajax, yeah. The
Mm,
Champions League. He's
mm,
in the Netherlands squad. The guy
mhm.
is a baller. Like, how can you not put him in your team? Every time he's played, to be fair to him, I thought he's played well. He hasn't really had like a bad game again for United. No.
I don't think so. I think there's like a lot of people will point to like last season we played against West Ham away. He
Yeah.
started the game and then he
Yeah.
started the game in the number 10. And he took him off after half time and brought
Yeah.
on Bruno. And
Yeah.
people will pinpoint that particular performance and say, oh, he can't cut it in the Premier League. But it's just like when we're talking about the way we play, and we're going to talk about the way we play, right?
Mm.
He's not fitting into that. Like, because the way we play, if I'm telling you, look, there's a picture I saw yesterday. I'm going to talk about it here, where the pattern don't even make sense, but it is what it is. And I mean, I feel sorry for him because I don't know how his confidence is. And like, when are you going to
Yeah.
throw him in? Are you going to throw him in the League Cup? You're going to throw him in the early rounds of the FA Cup or something like that? That's in January. So it's like, what? Is he going to be sitting
Yeah.
around doing nothing? So, I mean, it is what it is. But big up Hamza for that comment there. No, crap, the entire game done sod all.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Donny, man. I really do, man. And the thing is, he's such a gifted player, technically very good, one-touch football. He's pass and move. That's exactly what we needed, man. I just don't understand why he's not playing.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think maybe I guess there's a case maybe that it wasn't Ollie that brought him in. Maybe it was the hierarchy that brought him in. He didn't really want him. And also, I think maybe Ollie just doesn't know how to coach him. He just doesn't understand that type of play.
I mean, we'll get into like what it means for Ollie in terms of the coaching and everything, because when we talk about the general team play, it don't look right. Like to me, when I was watching it was such a hard watch yesterday.
Yeah, it really was.
Big up Paul Bacon. He's got the Ajax shirt. Yeah, come on. I had to do it. All right, talk to me about Sancho. So obviously started on the right-hand side yesterday. Or no, I think he started on the left. They swapped a lot between him and
right.
Dan.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
A lot of people after the game questioning his performance, scrutinizing the performance.
Yeah,
like,
you can't. It's the guy's first. The guy, he's still young. What 21?
21. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, give the guy a break. Like, he's come from the Bundesliga, the German league, and he's come and just like, I just feel like everyone just got to give him time. And I did say that a couple of weeks ago. I said he's going to need time to get used to the league. And I think what happened was, when he was playing on the left, he was just staying out wide and he didn't have much of an impact on the game. I think Ollie told him tuck in a bit. And then I think towards the end, second half, he started tucking in. He started to get more on the ball. So which was a bonus. But I think, I think Jalen, he showed glimmers of what he can bring. So I'm looking forward to it personally.
I mean, for me, I said this when he signed. Like when the deal was agreed, I was like, do not put pressure on him because the fan base, the way they are, especially on social media, they're gonna be talking all this smack, saying you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Look what Bruno did, and it's like you can't compare the two. For Bruno, I'm not gonna say any player who comes to United isn't hungry, but for him, like in particular, his situation was, I left my country when I was young. I went to Italy. I didn't do anything there. Went back to Portugal and have to leave my country again. I'm going to make sure I do something so people can notice me. With Jaden, it's like he hasn't played men's football in this country yet. He's gone to do his development in Germany. It's a different league. Like how many people be talking Bundesliga tax and this, that, and the other. And it's like, what can you you shouldn't be expecting too much from him right now. And I like the fact that we're going to talk about Ronaldo, but that Ronaldo influence now in the dressing room kind of overshadows his season now. So it gives him like a year to bed in, develop a little bit more, create partnerships with certain players in the team, create relationships with certain players in the team so he can settle in, and then we can actually probably see what he's doing from next season.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not going to look at that performance
You
right
have that
now.
long though. That's the problem.
That was you can argue, does he have that long? It's like we've got
Yeah.
options now, though.
Do you think
We've got
people gonna have that patience to say, do you know what, he's one for next year? I don't think
they
so,
can't,
man.
people
I
aren't gonna
think
have the
he's
patience, but what
nah.
can they do? You know what I mean?
But
Like,
the pressure's going to be on him. The pressure's going to be on him for
yeah,
him to, I
yeah.
think if we don't start seeing that major improvements in the next maybe 10 to 15 games, then the questions are going to be asked of him, definitely.
I mean,
It's just the reality of it.
cool. I mean, let's talk about the actual game minute before we move on to like some of the other like players in itself. Yeah. So obviously with the performance itself, right? So like obviously we knew what Wolves were coming to offer. Like we knew
Yeah.
that when they've got Matinho and Neves in midfield, they're very good on the ball. They will pass and move when they're on the attack. You saw Traore yesterday, bro. That guy, I don't
Just thank God we don't have to play him every week. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know
Or
what he ate
anyone
that
like him.
Sunday lunch. Hey, that Sunday lunch, whatever he ate, he was ready,
He was on smoke.
It was mad. It was so mad, yeah. And then, like, when you see that and you're saying to yourself, we were lucky to not be 2-0 down after half time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then you had Trincao, who's moved from Barcelona in the summer.
Decent player, man.
He looked real good
Yeah.
yesterday. And Wolves itself, they're very unlucky because obviously this is now 3 games without a goal in the league. And they've had so many shots on goal, but like
15.
no goal. Yeah,
15 shots.
Yeah. So I mean, like looking at that, we say, all right, first half we can't play as bad as that in the second half. We came out in the second half and it was kind of a bit more the same. We had a bit of a scare. Got the goal from Greenwood, which was another goal for him.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's 3-3 now.
Yeah.
And like he's looking like he's hungry this season. Like there's like he knows that the pressure's on him for this season, and he looks ready. So what do you think about first and foremost the team performance over the 90 minutes, and then give me a bit about Greenwood too?
Yeah, like you said, I'm just thank God we don't have to play Troy every week, man, because the guy is just a beast. I felt sorry for Fred after a while, and Wan-Bissaka, because they were just like they couldn't even handle him. It was just too much. Like he was just leading into them. But I agree. Regards to the first and second half were just so disappointing. It really was. And one thing I kind of noticed was a lot of the time we were just trying to get down the line and cross the ball in, and I was just like, especially the first half, like Greenwood's up front by himself. Like Greenwood's not going to challenge for headers. That's not his. That's not his forte. No, that's not his game. And I didn't understand it. And I think that's why he made the change. Like I think it was 10 minutes into the second half he put on Cavani, because it was like, all right, that's our game plan. We need to get someone who can, do you know what I mean, be a bit more of a physical presence. But I just think that the combination play as well around the box was poor. Like it was just like. I felt, I felt for Pogba, but he had a bad game. Let's just be straight. He had a bad game. I think he didn't have the right people around him, but also I think the passes that he was trying to make, a lot of them were misplaced. Like he was, a lot of misplaced passing, and I just think he was a bit isolated himself, because he was like he was getting the ball. He had Fred right next to him, and then obviously Sancho was playing wide left. Daniel James right wide. It was like, all right, it's only things on is a Hollywood pass.
So sorry to cut you off, but just on Pogba, there was a picture on social media yesterday, where Pogba's picked the ball up. This is in the second half. He's picked the ball up. He's deep in midfield, and there's 6 men in front of him, like all in a straight line. And I'm saying to myself, so what is he expected to do here? Like he's not going to drive with the ball. So he's shaping to hit it, and I don't remember if he did it in the game and like when I was watching it. But if he's shaping to hit that ball, where's the midfield? Like who's dropping deep? Like what's going on here? And so it just brings me into the general team play. Why it was such a hard watch here. Obviously, the passing is not up to par. Like the movement isn't there, and I'm thinking to myself, we got some players that can do that kind of stuff, like can do that one-touch passing and keep hold of the ball, which is what we need to do against teams like Wolves and stuff.
That's the thing, Ron. I just didn't get his game plan. I didn't get it. Like exactly that. We need pass and move. We need more players in midfield. I didn't understand why he's playing like the wingers and Greenwood. I didn't understand it. Honestly, it was painful, man. It really
It was
was.
a hard watch. Let me
Yeah.
get to this comment real quick. So, big up Eagle Eye Football, Rich. Hit the like button on the way in. Go subscribe to Eagle Eye Football. Big up Hamza as well for the comment. Why not sell Jesse for his career to get the money and get CDM and keep Ahmad? Ahmad staying because he's injured. And like there's not United ain't doing anything for this win. Their window's done.
Yeah.
Donny ain't leaving Belmarsh. He's locked in. All right, cool. I hear you up.
Trust me. Free the guys.
Free the guys. All right, let's talk about Dan James. Right. So obviously the news came out yesterday that Dan James was moving to Leeds, been completed today.
Yeah.
He started the game on Sunday, which is weird because when the player is supposed to leave the club, they're not supposed to start a game, which is so weird because if he risks injury now, if he gets injured, then what happens? And he's a small guy, so and he draws a lot of fouls in it, so it could have happened yesterday, right? Like, one, I don't understand why Oli did it. Yeah. Two, it's like one of them sentimental things, he knew. Obviously, we know this wasn't like a 2-day thing. They've been speaking about this for like a couple of weeks. So what was he trying to do? Was he trying to give him like a little send-off or I don't know, but yesterday he wasn't good anyway. He didn't affect the game. But what do you think of him?
Yeah, no, I'm the same with you, bro. I just didn't understand it myself. It's just I think he may have a soft touch for him. I don't know, but
yeah.
I just didn't understand the selection. Like you said, Daniel James has been talking about leaving all summer. Everyone knew that he was ready to go. Why are you going to play him the day, 2 days before he's gone? And this goes down again. Man in management. Ole is just man management is just so poor. It really is. He just can't. Sometimes it just seems like we all see it, but he just can't see it. And it's frustrating, man. I'm not gonna lie. Watching Sunday's game, I was frustrated. I was like, "Come on, Ollie, man, just fix up a bit." Do you know what I mean? It seems like he's picking players based on emotion and the relationship he has with them, not necessarily what's best for the team.
Yeah,
I
hear that, man. I hear that. Right.
But good luck to Daniel James, though, man. Do you know what I mean? I think he'll do well at Leeds.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck to him, though. I feel like he's got some attributes that will suit certain teams in the Prem,
sure.
Leeds. But for United, it's the problem for me with him was when he gets into the final third. Now he looks like the decision maker is he loses his head, so he doesn't know if I should shoot, if I should cross, or I should pass, or So I understand what he was in the team for, but honestly, when you've got the options you have now, it's best to let him go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was. I think he was definitely Ollie's signing because I think Ollie. That's how he wanted to play. He wanted the old school. The 2002 player running down the wing, cross it in, header. Bro, that game's gone now.
It's gone. It's not.
We don't play that football no more.
It's finished. Finished.
Good riddance, man. Honestly.
All right, talk to me about Fred, bro. Fred.
Oh, man. Honestly, I felt sorry for the guy. I really did. He was in there by himself. He didn't choose to be in there by himself. Yeah. But he just couldn't handle it. It was too much for him. There was the balls were just flying around him. He was just
Bro, I saw him on the floor again. He was on the floor again. It's the second game in a row,
He's trying to just hang on to drawing.
Bro. And it's the thing about Fred was so frustrating, is that you see him, he's some of the things he does, that are good, are his defensive actions, so blocks, interceptions and tackles. He's at a very high percentage in every game he plays. But the other side of it, where we're expecting him to pass, and the passes always go to the other team, and it's just that's the most frustrating thing because as a midfielder, we're expecting you to know how to pass a ball in it, and I'm thinking to myself, £50 million, bruv, that is a waste, bruv. For a midfielder that can't pass, he can't score goals, really, can't really shoot. Only thing he can do is tackle, and it's we're not supposed to be the team, where you're trying to recover the ball every 10 seconds or every 2 minutes. We're supposed to be the team that retains the ball, and then you pass and move and you score goals, create chances. And yesterday again, he was bad. The Southampton game was bad. It was his mistake for the goal, but again, he was just. But I hear what you're saying, where Pogba was vacating space, right, and leaving him on his own to kind of manage the area. But surely it's clear now that he's not that defensive midfielder that we're looking for, like, or to do that job. So why does Ollie keep playing him? Like, what does he have on Ollie that he keeps playing?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what Ollie's seeing. I really don't. Again, honestly, I've just come on here. I'm just confused as you are. I really am. Everyone knows we've seen Pogba for the last 2 or 3 seasons. He's not a defensive-minded player. We all know that, and well, I'm sure we'll get onto Bruno. Bruno was just in his own game doing something else. But yeah, I felt sorry for Fred. I really did, because he was just out there by himself, man. He got to the point where he vacated the midfield role, and he was just like, in FIFA when you go drop back into defense, when you're sent that's it. At the point he was just standing next to Varane and Maguire. He was like, guys, just help me out.
Yeah, like,
I felt for him, man. I really did.
The thing about it is, like, just going back to that general style of play, as a team, we're very, like, disjointed. So, like, that picture that I was referring to with the Pogba thing. So it's Pogba, and then there's Fred. There's the defenders behind him, and then everybody else who's a forward player is, like, ahead of them. So there's there's big gaps in each space. So you got big gap between midfield and the forwards, and a big gap between midfield and the defenders. And so obviously, if we play into certain teams' hands, they're going to expose that space. Wolves did it several times yesterday, because when Adama Traore picked the ball up, he was running into about 30, 40 yards of space. When Trincao was picking the ball up, he was running into about 30, 40 yards of space. And you're saying to yourself, like, who on the bench is analyzing this on a game-by-game basis and saying, okay, next time in this game, this is what we do. How do we approach the situation? And it's like, it's just too, like, I don't know, like, they just too.
We was asking for trouble. We was asking. We was asking for trouble. We really was, like, and I think I said it to you on the game as well. I was like, I don't see why he didn't have. James shouldn't have been playing. He should have played Pogba on the left, Sancho on the right, because Sancho can play left and right wing, and then obviously Bruno up top, and then play Donny with Fred. I didn't understand it. Like, that would have, because then that would have filled the gaps in midfield, and then it would have given Pogba more, because he didn't have much impact in the game, like, going forward. Really,
not really.
Like, it was like a lot of misplaced passing, because everyone knows Pogba. He's not efficient when he's dropped back and he's trying to spray 30, 40 yard passes. Don't get me wrong, he'll probably get 3 out of 2 or something like that. But to have him so deep and then expect us to see something, I thought it was unfair, man.
I hear you, man, because it's like, like, as soon as I saw Pogba in that midfield kind of area, I was like, you've already lost me, because, like, we've already seen you did it in the Europa League final. You shift him from the left right into the pivot. We didn't do anything. We didn't create. You do it again today, and it's like he did the same again against Southampton towards the end when he made the subs and brought on Sancho and all of that. He pushed him back into the pivot. We didn't create towards the end. So I mean,
and this is the thing, Roland. Yeah, is everyone gets onto, like, Pogba saying, "Oh, as a midfielder, you need to be able to play anywhere in midfield." But hold on, no one was saying that to Kante when Lampard was trying to play him attacking midfielder. You know what I'm saying? No, everyone was saying he needs to be playing that his best position is central defence midfield. But I don't understand why Pogba just can't play in his position and let him be. I just don't get it.
Like, I hear this argument all the time, innit? Yeah, and, like, whilst I understand it, right, my issue here is, like, when you've got somebody with the attributes that he has, because everyone's expecting him, he's 6'4", so you expect him to be a very agile, like, mobile, who can tackle head, he can do all of this stuff. It's like, if you've watched him prior to coming to United, when he was at Juventus, he wasn't doing all of that stuff. No. He was very much involved in that final third. You had Pielo, you had, what's his name? Arturo Vidal, and somebody else was in that midfield, Marquisio, the Italian. And they were the ones kind of doing, so it was kind of balanced in a way, like, because they were playing like a 3-5-2 under Conte, especially. And you saw Pogba off the left, kind of like of that, or was it it was a 3-4-3, and Pogba was on the left of that midfield type of thing. And, like, he had the people in there that could cover that space that he would vacate to go and do the attacks. And, like, what I don't understand is when they brought him to the club, why wasn't a plan in place to to create something that will keep him like away from the defense and for him to thrive more in the team. Like that's my argument. Like he should when he comes in as the record signing, and I believe he still is the record signing at the club, right? So surely you're building a team around him to say, all right, this is what we're gonna do to make sure that you thrive. I mean, look, I'll give you a simple example. At Everton, when Ancelotti came in, they brought in James, and then they brought in Alan and Doucouré right behind him. So they knew, okay, those guys are gonna do the work, the dog work, and you can go on and do your thing up front. It's a very simple thing. All of these midfield partnerships, they're all about cohesiveness and combinations and complements as well. Like, and so we've not done that with Pogba. With a lot of players in our team, is just stick them out there and see what they can do.
Literally.
And so I hear both sides of the argument. And Pogba's not even bothered as well. He's like, if I break the assist record, if we win something, if I don't win nothing, I'm still leaving at the end of the season anyway.
Yeah, he's gone for sure.
He's gone.
Now Camavinga's gone to Madrid. PSG are calling.
PSG, he can even go to Real Madrid too. Like, that's the thing. It's like, he can go there on a free, and it's next summer.
Especially if they go Mbappe in the summer as well next year.
Next season is going to be a madness. We're going to talk about transfers as well towards the end of the show. David De Gea.
I was just about to say that. He saved us, man. He saved us.
David De Gea. Yesterday.
Well, him and Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. Wan-Bissaka done the goal line clearance.
Yeah.
Those two, man, they saved us. We should have been, like you said, we should have been 2-3 down in the first half anyway. And the second half, nothing much changed.
Nothing much changed. De Gea saved us with the double save.
But the thing is as well, this is the thing as well, especially with De Gea. Everyone talks about, I remember last year was like, he's past it. This is De Gea. He always comes with these crazy saves. He's like, but it's the basic stuff that he gets wrong. They're coming out, getting the ball, the shots that he really should save. It's the shots that we don't expect him to save are the ones he makes.
That's very true. You're right. Yeah.
So I don't think much's going to change this year.
No, nothing's going to change. Look, but one thing I saw yesterday, on Sunday, so Wolves were on the counter, and there was a point where he ran off his line and made a clearance. So obviously the defenders were a bit lost away from the ball, and he ran off his line. I've never seen that from De Gea before, really. Yeah. So I'm going to be watching carefully to see if that actually happens more across the season, because that's one thing that a lot of people say that Henderson does that he doesn't do, which is come up the line when he spots the danger to clear the ball and sweep up out and behind the defenders. So, but like Sunday, he was playing like, I want to say 2017, 18 De Gea. De Gea, where we were getting pammed literally week in, week out under Jose, but he was saving us every time. That game against Arsenal, those 13 saves he made.
You remember that game? Man,
I was enjoying that game. That was like an end-to-end. That was a proper like old school Arsenal United clash. Like, it was one of those. But I mean, it's clear he's going to be the number one this season. Like, I can't see Henderson like I think that stuff, maybe Oli was doing it as a way to kind of like raise the performance level of De Gea again.
Well, I think Henderson got COVID as well, didn't he?
He got COVID, but I think he's back. I think he's back in training though. Yeah.
So I think like you say, once the goalkeeper's set from the beginning of the season, you don't really want to change him.
Yep.
It's kind of like that's it.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got a new centre back as well.
Yeah, true. Very true. I mean, like, and I've said this before, like previously, like how goalkeepers generally mature as they like get older in it. So
very true. Yeah.
So like you don't really like get rid of a 30-year-old for a 24-year-old keeper who's only had 1 year experience in the Prem. You've got like a seasoned keeper. He's been to like 3 World Cups or something like that. He's won the Euros. He's done a lot. He's won the World Cup. So you don't really do that with somebody like that. So for me, like, he's number one. He's staying number one. If people don't like it, it's your business, isn't it? Like, Henderson,
exactly.
Henderson's not getting into this team, and like, it's up to him if he wants to stay and wait, or he can go and get his first team football somewhere else. It's up to him, really. All right. Talk to me about any standout performers from the game on Sunday.
I know Wan-Bissaka struggled a bit. I thought he played fairly well though. I feel like he kept up, the best of his ability. Like I said, I felt like he was isolated a lot, especially the first half. Ran then started to support him. But obviously, our man Greenwood, man, the guy is he's a machine. He just don't stop scoring.
Yeah, he's he looks up for it for this season. I'm telling you.
And he's fourth in the all-time youngest players to score 20 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think he match a record with like, was it Robbie Fowler?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah,
something mad like that. But yeah, like for him to be at that level still, like now, and like the fact that people were questioning him last season, saying that how like he's not it, he's not better than this guy.
That's the thing. He's not even our main man.
That's
really, Cavani's our main man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The goals he scored already, like, and I feel like they said he's won us 26 points or something like that. Really? By himself.
Yeah, he won us that game.
Yeah, he won us that game. Like,
yeah, we didn't deserve to win that game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like Wolves should have won the game.
Yeah.
And if we got anything out of it, we would have been very lucky. And we got the win, so we were lucky.
Yeah.
And obviously now that looks like, we're gonna be. We start the season unbeaten. When we compare it to last season, it was shaky from the start. Like, so now, like, people are saying, Ollie's done well, progress again. We need to calm down on the progress talk for right now, because we only 3 games in. We got a lot of games coming up over the next few months, so we'll see where we are.
Yeah.
Give me your man of the match.
My man of the match. I think it either has to go to Greenwood or De Gea.
Greenwood or De Gea. Yeah. I mean, De Gea is a shout because he definitely saved us.
Yeah.
I think Greenwood, he was isolated a lot during the game.
Yeah.
But then obviously when the change happened and then obviously Cavani comes on, he moves out to the right-hand side. So then obviously there's a bit more freedom. Yeah. And he kind of did his thing once again. Talk to me about that tackle for the goal, Pogba and Neves. What did you think of it?
When I first saw it live, I didn't think it was anything. But going back on the replays, I feel like if that happened to us, I'd definitely be fuming. 100%, I'd expect a foul. But what they didn't show, and especially in the still clips, is that Pogba got the ball first and then he's followed through and hit him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just one of those ones, isn't it? It's just like, I don't know, man.
Cool. I mean, for me, we won in it, so I'm not even like. But then when I seen a picture like later, where Fernandez also got a tackle from, I think it was Neves himself tackled him as well. It was a pretty bad one as well, and the ref missed it. So hey, it is what it is. You know how like in certain games, refs they see something, they miss it, and then they make up for it later.
Yeah,
maybe that was it. Yeah, I mean, so big up Brad, United Fan TV. Big love every time. Cool. Some of the man then might jump onto the call. We're going to talk transfers, isn't it? Like, not just United, not just United, but across Europe too. But seeing as we're talking transfers, give me your thoughts on the Ronaldo transfer, because when we spoke last, it was looking like he was going to City. The next day, he breaks like he's going to United. How was your day when you were seeing all this going on? Tell me where your head was at, like.
Yeah. I think I was like every Man United fan. I was just like, I didn't believe it. So I was thinking, is he really coming back? Because I think we always hoped that he'd come back, innit?
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest, I think it's such a positive thing to have him in it. Like, it's only a win-win for everyone. It really is. Even if he doesn't come in and score, 15, 20 goals, or he scores like 10, 12 goals or whatever it is, the impact he's going to have on those younger players is going to be like, it's crazy. Like, imagine you're training like Greenwood and Ronaldo's coming in.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching him on a day-to-day basis. You're watching how he trains, what he eats, everything.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine that, like, your development as a player is, you're skyrocketing. That's exactly what we needed. And I can see why we got him in. We needed someone in that team that's going to just be the perfect role model for all those young players. Even for players like, the more senior players as well. Pogba, everyone's going to have that game. Everybody. All this partying and shuffling and that on the weekend, that can't be, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really? I mean, Ronaldo returning, obviously, it just brings the level up, like, completely. Because obviously, like, you look at him, he's 36, and people will think that, he's not going to be able to do nothing in the Prem. But
he's not your regular 36-year-old.
He's not. That's the thing. He's not a regular 36-year-old. I don't think he's had a major injury in his career. So he's still fit. like the work ethic is the big one for me, where like he's training like mad right now. You already know, like he's doing that right now. He eats well, like so he's ready like for this Prem. And me personally, I think he's bagging 20 goals in the Prem alone.
No, I
like,
agree. Because you saw them long balls that we was doing on Sunday. We're only looking for Ronaldo. That's it.
Ronaldo. I mean, yeah, it's one of them, innit? Like pass the ball to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But
and if Ronaldo screams at you that you didn't pass him, you're gonna pass the next time.
Yeah. And you know what? It's even so mad. Yeah, like people were saying, oh, you know, this Ronaldo thing. Yeah, it might even mean that Oli might go in it because you know, like at Juventus,
they had Ronaldo just take on the manager.
He took everybody out. Like
manager.
He took Allegri out the first time, I believe. He took out Sarri and Piello, and now Allegri's back. And obviously, you know how man's come back. He's like, nah, I don't want to work with you anymore. I'm bouncing. Yeah. So people are saying that if the standards ain't the same, because look, I'm not trying to see Ronaldo tarnish his legacy at United.
Neither is he. Neither is he. He ain't coming back to tarnish nothing.
So you already know, that what's gonna happen is like there's gonna come a breaking point, because at the end of the day, if we play
Ollie's collateral damage, man.
Hey, I said the new manager is here, man. Like Ronaldo's the new manager, because if Ollie plays like that, like how he did on Sunday, he's not having it, man. He's not having it.
No way. I think Ollie knows it as well, to a certain extent.
Yeah, he knows. I think he knows too. It's just mad that how he's returned to the club after 12 years, and like I remember his debut. Like I remember watching that game back, like on the highlights or something. And I'm seeing this kid, come off the bench after 70 minutes.
Yeah,
man came on doing the step overs, the tricks, getting past players, getting fouled. And man was saying like on the commentary, he's not going to be able to last here. He's diving too much. Yeah. And he just went on from there, man. Yeah. And like he's not looked back. Now he's like one of the greatest players of all time. So when you see all of that, you're saying, I'm gassed as a United supporter. You can see the rivals hate. They hate so much. Hey, I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Obviously, September the 11th, we played Newcastle, so he might make his debut then. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I think he will. I think he'll be straight in the team. There'll be none of this Varane and Sancho kind of business where, 20 minutes in now, he's going straight in the team up front. Yeah. I'm surprised Cavani's even had that shit. I'm surprised they haven't even come out and just said Cavani's handing over number 7 as well.
Like, no, I think he has,
Yeah, he has to, because it's Ronaldo. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're talking about the probably, some people could say the world's greatest player. He's got I think he's got the most goals ever. Like, I don't know, innit? Because you know how like Pele and them man have been stat padding. Yeah, they say that, but we're talking in our generation.
Yeah.
I think it's only positive, man. I really is. And, it's just going to give Old Trafford a lift. It's going to give the fans a lift. Like every stadium is going to be full. Like a home or away, because fans are just going to come and watch Ronaldo. I know I'm going to be I'll be at Palace for sure. I'm telling you right now. I'll be at Palace. I've got a couple of games as well.
I think I might go to Spurs.
100%. Yeah,
you know what one's there. I'll buy one ticket to go to
I went a couple of years ago when Zlatan scored the last minute.
I
don't care. And I was sitting in Palace End as well.
Palace End as well.
I was cheering, man. I don't care.
Cool. All right, Dan James is left, right? Like we spoke a little bit about him, but I mean, for me, his time was up. 2 years at the club, didn't really do much. Was brought in as like supposed to be a backup winger, but when he came, he was basically playing. And I think it overwhelmed him a bit. Like it just was just the weight of like being at United and being like one of the main men. You're right, man.
It takes a different type of mindset, isn't it? To be able to play for Manchester United. The first thing is going to go is your Instagram followers are going to go up by like a couple of million. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and you're just trending every weekend.
It's crazy, man. But for him to move on to Leeds, I think that's more his level. I think he'll do well there, to be honest. And he can establish himself as a decent Premier League player, and then he can just kind of say, "Look, I had my time at United." He could tell his grandkids one day, I was there. I just missed out on Ronaldo, but I was there.
They needed to move beyond because Ronaldo's coming.
All right, talk to me about some of these transfers. So obviously, Camavinga went to Real Madrid last night.
Yeah, I feel it.
Obviously, United.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, like it happened quickly. Obviously, United were rumored to be in for him.
It seems like they're just not pressing for a centre for a defensive midfielder. It just seems like they're not really interested.
Who, Real Madrid?
Man United.
Or Man United?
It's not really interested. Like,
I don't know. Like, I feel like for him, Camavinga wasn't really looking to come to England, innit? Like, I think if anything, they would have wanted to stay. His parents would have wanted him to stay at what do you call it? In France.
Yeah.
We got Brush in the building.
Yes, big up, Brush.
What are you saying, guys?
Yes,
you good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Loads of transfer news today, bro.
Come on. We got Rich in the building.
Yes, we got Rich. What's happening?
Come on,
Rich is excited. Ready for Odyssey 1 for live.
He's gassed. Big up to the guys jumping into the stream. Big up Rich, Eagle Eye Football. Go subscribe. Big up Brush as well. Subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna put the link in the descriptions below so you can follow them up, subscribe to them, and all of that. But yeah, guys, we're talking about transfers, innit? So there's been like some big transfers throughout this window. Obviously, over the last couple of days, we've seen Camavinga move to Real Madrid. So this is what we're talking about. Obviously, he's moved to Real Madrid for what is it, 30 odd million?
30 million euros, wasn't it?
30 million euros.
It's crazy, man. That's a steal.
It's a steal, but
and he wanted to go there as well. That was his first choice.
Was it his first choice? Because I thought it was he wanted to stay in France because obviously he's still young. He may want to play in Ligue 1 for a bit.
I think it was one of them ones, innit, where I mean, it had PSG offered it up first, he might have gone there, but Real Madrid was his dream sort of thing. Yeah, it's probably a good time to go there as well, you know, because that midfield is aging.
It's a rebuild.
Yeah,
he's a massive rebuild. Young guy, quality player.
Yeah. And also with the Mbappe money getting turned down, like it's actually going to be a blessing in disguise for Madrid, you know.
Yeah, for them, like they're saving
their rebuild.
They're saving hella money, just by not even just making that move.
Because I was shocked at how much they offered up, bro. Considering they can just offer my man a contract in January.
Yeah. Just pay him a bit more in Jan.
But them man got money though. You know that the PSG owners, they've got real money in it. So it's like
they don't care in it, bro. Like money's nothing to them.
Yeah, literally.
They just thought, you know what, F it. For this 1 year, we're just gonna have that bad man front free in it.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is, isn't it? Like they're saying to him, look, you're gonna stay at PSG, you're gonna ball out with Messi and Neymar for one season, then we'll let you go. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But you know what I think though, if they go and smash it, and win the French league and win the Champions League, I don't think Mbappe will leave, you know. I think he'll say, do you know what? I'm good here still.
You think so?
I don't know.
Oh no,
Mbappe,
bro.
Neymar and Messi.
I think if he's won the Champions League with PSG, there's nothing left for him to win in France.
Yeah, there's nothing else for him to do in it, bro, if they win the Champions League. And also with Madrid, I think it's more like a marketing thing as well.
Oh, definitely.
Like, because Mbappe is a brand, innit? So he would want to go there just to be the face of that club.
Yeah.
You know what's mad?
And we were talking about La Liga not having like franchise stars and that with Messi leaving, and they're gonna want to encourage these kind of moves anyway. So
I was just gonna say about that, like, because Camavinga's obviously gone there, potentially Mbappe, Haaland and Pogba next year, maybe.
It could very well happen. Especially now that they've saved all this money, bro. Like, they could offer pre-contracts to Pogba and Mbappe in Jan.
So what we say, guys,
the mad thing with Haaland next summer, bro.
So we say, guys, this is like the rebirth of Madrid and Barca. Is that what you're not telling me?
No, just Madrid.
I don't know about Barca because Barca are really in the middle. This is definitely the third coming of Florentino's Galacticos.
The Galacticos is coming back, but Barca are finished. So obviously, Griezmann looks like he's on his way back to Atletico Madrid, and there's been some like they were trying to get João Felix to go like the other way.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but apparently like Atletico rejected that.
So
he looks like he's staying.
So I heard with Griezmann, it's an obligation to buy. So it's a loan with it's an obligation. So they have to sign him.
Sign him.
That's crazy. And then with Barcelona, so they've only just registered Sergio Aguero this weekend because Busquets and Jordi Alba have taken a pay cut, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then what's mad, is that this win, like literally today, they bid 70 million euros for Dani Olmo at RB Leipzig. So I'm thinking to myself, hold on, so you've got money to go and get another player, but then you're telling players to take a pay cut so that they can register Sergio Aguero. It doesn't make any sense. So
I heard rumors of Luke De Jong as well.
He's apparently going. So he's leaving Sevilla, he's going there. So now you've got a front three of, I don't know, Memphis.
Aguero. He's been doing all right, to be fair. He scored last
They're
night.
going to be so reliant on a 34-year-old Aguero. It's mad.
It's mad. Braithwaite's still there. That midfield is looking a bit shaky. You got the other De Jong in there, but
see, the two bright sparks they've got that I see are Ansu Fati and Pedri. But is it a bit too early for them to break in? I don't know.
It's kind of early, but then at the same time, you've got Moriba. He's left Barcelona.
Moriba's a baller, you know.
He's a baller.
Yeah,
he's gone. And it's I'm sure they've got some sort of buyback clause in there somehow to just bring him back if he does really well.
If they're smart, they would have done that because that's how Chelsea operate these days. They've even got a buyback on Tammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a bit mad, but I'm loving Tammy at Roma right now. I'm he's balling.
He's playing.
Do you see his assists?
Yeah, I saw this. Hey, nah. Somebody said he's playing he's like R9 or something. I was like, yeah, look, this. Yeah, let's chill.
People need to stop with this. They just throw R9 out there for everyone.
I generally think they don't actually watch him.
It's just mad disrespectful, man. People are trying to call Lukaku R9, bro. It pissed me off.
I remember. My R9 memory was when he scored a hat trick at Old Trafford, for Real Madrid. Bro, and this is like he was finished at this point. When he was finished,
and this wasn't even prime Ronaldo, bro. And he tore us a new one.
Finished, and I was just like, this is mad, bro. And I was watching this, I'm like, and them times I was still in I was in primary school, just early secondary school, And I'm like, see, this is, I don't even want to watch this anymore. So I just and went back into my room. I was like,
because there was a couple of years around that time where Madrid just kept pamming us. Either him or Raul just turned up and just tore us a new one. But that Ronaldo one, I remember clearly because I remember everyone at Old Trafford clapped him as well.
Yeah, he got a round of applause.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Saul. So Saul looked like he's joining.
Saul Niguez. Yeah. 4 million euro loan fee with a 35 million euro option to make permanent if they want to.
That's a good deal.
It's still an option. That's such a good. That's great.
That's a good deal, man. It's an option, isn't it? Not obligation. So they get to test him out, and if he's worth it, they can make it permanent next summer.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
It just adds depth to their squad, innit? Really, I don't think he's going to come in and be first team, but to have that option off the bench though is sick.
Yeah, but that's mad. You see, how they've been able to.
Abramovich has just got money, just loose everywhere, I swear to God.
How they've been able to pattern that is crazy.
So check this out. They've got Jorginho and Kante who have been on a madness anyway, and then they've got Kovacic and Saul to fill in. Mad.
That makes them title contenders for sure.
It just means that they can afford to compete on every front.
Yeah,
they can rotate and keep everyone fresh. It's nice.
Rich, what's kind of your new guy?
Yeah, talk to me about Pulisic. Go on, Rich. Talk to me about
They don't need another striker, man. Why they got about 3 of them?
Listen, our window has been elite. And you know what I'm happy about? I'm happy about the caliber of players we're signing. I'm happy about the cost at which we're getting them for. I'm happy that players are actually wanting to come to our club. We've been crying out for a striker for years. Don't get me wrong, Benteke's done okay at times. Yeah. But when you think about it, apart from having Mateta on loan, we haven't signed a striker since Benteke. When you deep it, so that's going on 5 years or so.
Oh yeah, that Connor Wickham guy.
Yeah, he's always been injured.
Connor Wickham was dead.
Jordan Ayew came in and he's playing right wing for us. Listen, we just needed a certified gunman. And everyone, you're gonna hear people say, "Oh, he's playing in Scotland." He's played in the Champions League and scored goals. He's played in the Europa
Bro,
League.
he's French. He's what, like 22, 23?
22, 23 years old.
And you're getting him for 14 million. Brother, you can't complain. That's a win.
It's 12 and a half to start off with add-ons. So he
leading up to what? A total of what?
15 and a half, 16.
That's still a sick deal. You're not going to make a lot of that.
It is still an absolute steal. You know, the other one we were hoping to try and pull out the bag was Jeremy Boga, but I think he's staying in Italy and such. But once again, we're talking to this type of caliber of players, you know, which is just...
That's an interesting one that you mentioned, Rich, because
what do you think that is, Rich?
At Chelsea as well.
Yeah, he was at Chelsea, yeah. So, Rhys, you're saying?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think you're able to attract those types of players now?
It's definitely Vieira.
Do you reckon?
That's a huge factor. Like, don't get me wrong, like, London as well is a selling point.
For sure, yeah. We forget that, yeah.
But although we're not the most glamorous London side, because obviously you've got the Arsenals, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, like, who are more successful. But it's still London. That's a factor. And this is no disrespect to Roy Hodgson, but if he was still here, we won't be attracting those type of players.
You're getting pie match football.
Patrick Vieira, the name in itself, people are at least listening.
It's true.
And that's all I want. And especially now that we're trying to rebuild, we're trying to play a different style of football. I think we've decreased the age of our squad by like about 6-7 years.
Yeah, because you had Gary Cahill leave.
Yeah.
Who else left?
Andros Townsend, Scott Dan.
Yeah, Scott Dan and all them.
We've had probably the oldest squad, or maybe within the top three regarding age-wise in the last couple of seasons. And now we've probably got one of the youngest. You know? He's only 22, 23 years old, Edouard.
And then you still got Eze.
And he's banging goals.
Still got Elise to come in as well. I'm excited. Now,
It
takes a lot of the pressure off Zaha now, innit?
Zaha.
And in the past, you guys have been a bit too over-reliant on him.
Yeah, absolutely. And just on that note, like, I still think it will be a difficult season. Like, we can't have this overhaul of players and expect to just hit the ground running.
Yeah, Rich, you remember when Aston Villa first came back to the Premier League? They just signed up so many people. It takes a while to gel, innit? That season, they were lucky to stay up even.
Fulham did the same and got relegated.
Yeah. And the next window, Villa kind of addressed it, and they were bringing in the right caliber of player.
Yeah. So we just got to make sure that we stay in the league. But like I said, the signs are looking good. We're playing against West Ham. We could have had out 4 or 5 goals. Yeah. Just the second half, we could have been 4-0.
I'll tell you what, that was a surprising result as well, you know, because West Ham coming off that 4-1 win at Everton would have been very confident.
It was a great result. It showed that we can actually impose ourselves as well. Now we've got a striker, and I'm not saying Benteke is a striker, but Edouard is different level. Like,
Rich,
he can drop into the pockets.
Gallagher, do you guys have an option on Gallagher?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah, because his value is going to go mad.
Chelsea said they actually want him back, but if they're going to keep signing midfielders, then hey, you never know for next season.
They've got a lot of players out, like, on loan anyway right now. You already know how the Chelsea loan system is, but let me get into some comments before we move on. Big up Paul again, talking about Real Madrid, Galactico reboot, Camavinga, Haaland, Mbappe, Pogba. Makes me quite emotional. Yeah, man, like, it's reliving some of our, like, kind of teenage and childhood memories.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So,
bro, this is like the third coming, because we've seen all of it, innit? We saw the Figo, Zidane, Beckham, Ronaldo, all of that. Yeah. Then they did it again when they took CR7, Kaká, Benzema, Alonso. It was mad.
Yeah, it was a bit mad. Big up United Furbet TV. Tuned in. Blessings, man. Them Free Donny, Sell Jesse. I mean, wait.
Bro. You know what's mad, yeah? Because I see Jesse and Rashford yesterday in outside Novikov, yeah? And it just felt like, I was thinking, why are they here? They played in Wales. I mean, in Wolves. Like, why have they come down here? It's like it's a special occasion. I thought Jesse was going to go. I thought that was it. He's just having a one last meal with him to say, like, see you later.
No,
he's held on, man.
He's on a vibes thing, though. Like, come on, like. No, for real, because imagine now Ronaldo's been announced here. You think I'm leaving when Ronaldo's coming back? Nah, I'm staying here. He's not going to play no games, but he'll be here to
see. From the club point of view, it's such bad business, though, bro, because he's got a year left on his deal, If you can get 25 million for him now, you would, innit?
Yeah, but like
what use is it just keeping him around to let him run down his contract to let him leave for free? It's
this
mad.
This is what happens at United though. Like we give
contracts
to players and we don't have a plan for them, and so they just end up rotting. I mean, look, Phil Jones is still at our club right now.
Yeah, it's craziness.
It's mad. Like you got to pay off that contract. You got to. Like, but like at the same time, I understand the human element in it because obviously certain man got their mortgages that they still need to pay off. They got to sort out.
There's no loyalty in football, man.
Bro, these man don't know what mortgage is, man.
Deal with your mortgage, man. Everybody's got mortgage.
I mean, obviously, you know what's going to happen with him. As soon as he leaves the club, if he wants to play football again, it's a pay-as-you-play contract. Simple as. Like, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Big up Drizzy Des in the comments. What's up, my black brothers? Big up Drizzy Des again. Patrick Vieira is so trash. He coached like a BTEC Ollie.
Sounds like there's a hater out there.
Is that a Brighton fan? Is it?
Man said I was dancing when Palace get relegated. The team is so trash.
I thought Palace against West Ham. Honestly, I thought Palace played well.
They did,
especially first half. I only watched the first half, to be fair, but the ball was on the floor more. Compared to where it's Roy Hodgson.
It's going to take time for
I can see what Patrick Vieira was trying to do.
It's going to take time to bed in because obviously you know what happened with Ronald De Boer. That one must have been a horrible like watch. Yeah.
Oh, the Frank De Boer was poor. Like,
Frank De Boer. Yeah,
it was mad. I'm guessing Drizzy's a United fan.
Yeah, he's a United fan.
Yeah, I just checked who it was. Yeah, Drizzy. I think Drizzy is a United fan. I've seen him on quite a few streams.
No, Drizzy, I appreciate your opinion. But you know what? Stop losing to trash, then, innit?
I better see Oli play my G Donny against Newcastle. It's not happening, bro. Like, regardless of what. I say free Donny in it, like because
I'm hearing that we blocked a move to Everton for Donny.
We spoke on it. Yeah, he blocked a move. Tell me what you thought about that, though.
Bro, why? It would have been kind of ideal because you get to give him Premier League experience as well.
Yeah, but then you see, it's one of them kind of that's that greed element, man. Like them, man, like they don't want to let players go because they're like, if I let him go, I can't get somebody in. Well, you're not playing him anyway.
But why if you're not gonna play him?
That's what I'm saying.
And more so, imagine the embarrassment for Oli if he went to Everton and he just tore it up.
No, but at least if you tore it up, you could say, all right, cool. Now we see what he's offering, in it. Like, you've got no excuse now. Play
but we see it, though, bruh. We see what he's offering. We see it.
No, but this is the thing, though, Reese. Like, at least at the moment, there's at least certain leeway where certain men are like, maybe he's doing something in training. Maybe it's something that we don't see. Like, if he went to Everton, and actually balled out, no one can say nothing.
See, you know what? And a couple of times the camera went to him, on the bench. And the Wolves game, and I'm seeing cheering players on, and like he's not sitting there moping like he's upset that he's on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't come across a player that's like a bit of a bad apple. Do you know what I mean? He seems like he's like, do you know what? Like, if I'm not gonna play, I'm not gonna get upset. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah,
I just don't see.
He's been
raised
the right
doesn't
way.
trust him. It's like I think
he was raised the right way, man. He came up through the Ajax academy. We keep talking about it. Yeah. Even like the message he put out when he first moved to the club, the sentiment behind the reason he chose the number he chose, and all of that. It was it was brilliant. I think he's just eager to like impress in it, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
The boy's doing everything. He's hit the gym and everything. Do you know what I
mean? We're buying it at this point.
He's not going to play if he
trending on Twitter. The guy ain't getting nowhere.
Nothing. Big up United Ferbert TV. It's a pure sentiment, bro. Jesse had to go. It's the best decision all round. Make it make sense. I mean, come on, man. But it's a vibes thing, man. He's on a vibes thing, and I'm happy in it. Like Jesse, do your thing, man. Like if you have to stay here, you have to be around the man. Them do that. You get to play with Ronaldo in training. Probably not going to be on the pitch at all. But it's what it is, isn't it? There's nothing we can do about it. Why so much slander towards Crystal Palace? Drizzy Des, you need to show yourself and answer the question, bro.
I think he's hurt from the results. That's what it is.
Well, from last season, I forgot about that result.
Rich, you're the only one that remembers that.
You're the one. Yeah. To be fair. They've beaten us the last 2 times, innit, at Old Trafford, I believe, innit? I'm waiting. This time you're gonna get smashed. I'm telling you.
You ain't beating us in like 3-4 games, so
We'll see in it. Don't worry.
No. Be careful what you say there, Rich man.
No, but you know what?
Ronaldo's in the building now. You get me?
No. I get that. I absolutely get that. But if you're gonna throw shade my way, you're gonna have to take it back in it.
We'll talk.
No, it's all love. Listen, I honestly I don't expect much whenever we play you. So whenever we do beat you, it's like raw snap. We beat Man United. It's mad. But when you look at the games that we have been, you've kind of lost the ball in ridiculous areas. It's not like we've actually done anything to beat you in a sense. It's like we've capitalized on mistakes and stuff. So you know, fine.
Bro, you saw us at the weekend, didn't it? Fred was playing 1-2s with Trincao, bro.
Nah, I heard was it GGMU TV? Said that as Fred's touch like two magnets repelling. Like I was crying.
Well, he was on the floor again. Like so against Southampton, Livramento, brushed him aside, and I don't know who it was for Wolves, but he was on the floor like this, like doing starfish on the floor, bro. I was like, yo, what's going on here, bro?
But on a real talk though, like what are they coaching there, man? Honestly, like our ball retention is so poor. Like
it's bad.
Are you not doing small-sided games? Like I don't understand that. It's like we can't keep the ball.
Can I ask you something quickly?
It's embarrassing, man. Honestly.
Can I ask you something about that Wolves game? Actually,
go on.
Dan James, was that a penalty for Wolves?
Wait, was that Dan James who slid, or was it? I thought
it was Dan James. It was Dan James.
It's a pen, bro. But like, obviously, like the way, like, because it's like it's outside of the play, like it's not in a central area where the ref's looking in it. So maybe he didn't see it. I don't know.
But that's what VAR's for, no?
Yeah, but ain't it? It's supposed to be clear and obvious in it, the error in it, which I think it is in it. But VAR's mad inconsistent. It's mad inconsistent though. You know how it is, isn't it? Like either way,
bro. If I'm keeping it real, I thought there was a foul by Pogba as well, man.
Yeah,
you say that. If I speak to you about last week, and what happened to Bruno, was that a foul or was it not? Against Southampton. Now I thought he should have been stronger in it. Like, but it is what it is, isn't it? Like, we keep it real. We keep it real, but yeah, it is what it is. Drizzy Des says he blocked Everton move because if Donny plays good, it will expose Ollie badly. Ollie's afraid to drop his boyfriend Bruno. And he's talking about.
See, I just don't understand the logic though, man. Like, if we loan Donny out, surely that's a plus for us.
I mean, but not for Ollie, because obviously he's lost McTominay. He's going to be now stuck with just Fred and Matic. Nobody wants to be stuck with Fred and Matic, bro. You saw them two together in the midfield against Southampton. You saw how bad it was.
And I think we've loaned out James Garner again, yeah?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. He's gone.
And I don't know how true the statement is. When Ollie was asked about the central defensive midfielder, he said we got 6, so we don't need the next one. What numbers? Who's the 6, bro?
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. Most of the time, I don't know what he's talking about, but it is what it is. All right, guys, who are the biggest winners in this summer transfer window across Europe, not just in the Premier?
Well, I mean, across Europe, probably PSG, innit? Just on paper, the guys they brought in, it's a madness what they're doing. Chelsea, I think, have had a very good window.
Yeah.
Like, just overall, I think probably the best for them because they've not only addressed all their needs, the net spend is looking real nice too.
Yeah. Putting Lukaku in the mix, man, that's like icing on the cake. As much as his touch is diabolical at times.
And
he
even
will
with that
get you 15, 20 goals a season.
His overall game's improved over the last 2 years.
No, I agree.
He's played in that same system as well under Conte, so he comes back a much better player than he left.
Yeah, let me add further. Wait, what's man saying? What's Fred saying?
Well, go on, big man.
You good?
Yeah, man. Everything good, man.
Good. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
Drizzy Des, like, what's your beef with Palace? Like, this is deep, you know.
He's probably from South London as well, you know. That's the bad thing about it.
I feel man's getting mad emotional about the whole situation. Like,
Man's got pure slander for the Palace.
Pure slander. It's cool though.
I said Luke Parker is so overrated. Wait, I mean, yeah, I agree, man. Like, Chelsea's window's been solid. Obviously, they brought in Lukaku, Saul. They've got rid of Zuma, who I think has been a bit of a liability for them, to be honest.
Bro, they got like 30 million for Zuma, man. That's great business.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. PSG's window's been it's been mad. And that Messi tops it all off. You got Ramos in there, Wijnaldum on the free. Like they brought in Hakimi as well. Like setting them up nicely for the Champions League. I think they're favorites, to be honest.
Bayern Munich violated as well. They just went into Leipzig and just said, "Yep, take you, you and you."
You know what? Them man go shopping in the Bundesliga. They just take what they want in it.
Yeah, man.
They don't even look at the price tag. They just scroll into the shop, take everything.
Whoever's the closest rival, they just take everything from.
Yeah, it's true, man. Like that's historic though. Isn't it? Like Bayern, they've always taken the best out of the Bundesliga. You see, Lewandowski, he scored 300 goals for them now. So like he just took him from Dortmund as well. So they've been doing that for time, innit? So it's just it's one of those things.
And the crazy thing about what they do as well is they still manage to stick to a very rigid structure, wage-wise and transfer fee-wise. So it's amazing what they do, really, because a lot of the time the players have to force that move, and they all seem to be up for it. They all seem to want to go there.
Big up Paul in the comment. He said Tottenham's transfer window's not been bad, you know.
And Ndombele, did he get his move?
No, he's not. He's locked up now. He's done. Like he ain't getting out of that. Like, but they kept Kane away from Man City. They brought in Pape Sarr from Metz.
Christian Romero as well.
Brian.
And
Gill.
today they signed a right back. They signed Emerson Royale from Barca.
Yeah, I saw that guy was literally like in the change room for like 20 minutes, and then he's gone again.
Yeah. So Barca signed him this summer for 9 million, and they've sold him to Spurs for 25.
It's a madness. Yo, that club. I don't know what's going on with the people at that club, you know, because like as I told you, how two of your top players get pay cuts so that you can register Aguero. So he hasn't been sitting there for at least 4 weeks, wondering if he's going to play. And then you finally say, all right, now you're ready to play. He's been registered now. I feel sorry for Memphis too, because Memphis went there for Messi in it, and then Messi went. Yeah, he was gone.
Brother Aguero went there for Messi as well.
Yeah, but I don't know who Memphis thought he was to be thinking he's been playing with Messi. Come on, man, bro. Messi probably saw that Memphis thought, I'm out of here, man. Yeah,
it's crazy. That's crazy. Because everyone was talking about how he's going into the studio to make the next track. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, biggest losers,
Arsenal, bro.
Talk to me about Arsenal.
Bro.
Talk to me about them, man.
Bro, make it make sense. Hardly any of their moves make sense. The one shining light in their transfer window is Lokonga. I think Lokonga is a very good player.
I ain't seen much of him, so I'm not sure. But
and the way he's taken to the league as well, like at such a young age, and that I see potential in him. I think he's going to be very good. Probably won't be at Arsenal for long.
155 million. Yeah, 155 million, and that starting lineup has not changed. Talk to
Roland, check this, If you're Arsenal, you go over to Brighton. How do you go look at Ben White ahead of Lamptey and Basuma?
Talk to me, bro. I don't know.
Because if I'm Arsenal, because those are two players, two positions that I need that immediately improve my team. I need a right back and I need a defensive midfielder. Why overlook them and go to Ben White?
I don't know.
And you've got a guy that you signed for 27 million in William Saliba, who you loan out again.
It's a shambles. The whole thing's a shambles.
And you've got Callum Chambers and Rob Holding still there from the Wenger days. It's a madness.
You got Ainsley Maitland-Niles yesterday on his stories talking about, I want to leave. I want to go somewhere where I want to play. You've got...
because they're trying to play him in midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, I think he wants to play in midfield, but then like...
I thought it was the opposite. I thought he wanted to play on the right back. But
I think he just wants to play, bro.
They picked up a right back today, though. Tomiyasu, Japanese international from Bologna.
Wait, I saw a video floating around,
was it Sky Calvi or whatever?
Yeah, where they say they don't know if he's a right back or if he's a centre half, and nobody wanted him.
He plays both. So in a back five, he's like the right-sided central defender, but he can play right back as well.
All right, maybe it fits what Arteta's trying to play there, but
the Ramsdale one, I just don't understand at all.
it's 80 million for Ramsdale and Ben White. You know,
madness.
How does that even work, bro? Like, it don't even make
That's
sense.
absolute madness.
Like, I feel sorry for
For me, I don't even see Ramsdale as a proper upgrade on Leno.
No, he's not.
I think Arsenal fans might say different though. I hear them slating Leno every week.
They hate Leno.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Boy,
it's a madness. Lacazette's going into the final year of his contract. My man's lost his hairline too. That's what Arsenal's done to him.
Obviously, William.
Aubameyang. I don't know what's happened to Aubameyang, man. I don't know if Arteta's ruined him or if he's just happy after signing that contract and just partying. But
he took that money. And
it's looking peak.
And
I'll tell you what, bro. While we talk about Arsenal, respect where respect is due to Willian. Like, because if he's a better man than me, bro, I would not have ripped up that contract, you know. I would have got my Winston Bogart on and chilled for the next 2 years.
Please believe it.
He walked away from 20 million, bro.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. To go back to Corinthians, I think he took a 70% wage cut as well to make that move happen. Didn't ask for no compensation, no nothing.
I saw some stuff on online where he was kind of like just explaining his position about like, you know, why I decided to leave and I wanted to do my best and all of that. And sometimes I feel like footballers don't need to explain that stuff, man. Like, it's cool, innit? Like,
no, but you got to respect it as well, though, innit? Because he is definitely one of those. I've seen a lot of criticism coming his way, and a lot of people did think, you've just come here for the peas and to relax.
I mean, but like, you got your club captain. I think he's the club captain anyway. Aubameyang, yeah. He picked up the peas. I've not seen him this season, bro. We didn't really see him last season. Bro, like, then I saw a picture on Instagram and I'm seeing him in one massive mansion in Gabon, yeah. We're getting ready for the qualifiers and this, that, and the other. I'm saying Arsenal fans ain't going to be happy seeing you do this, you know? Like, what's all this about? But let me get in some comments before we move on to a couple more topics. And then
it just come out as well. Sergio Aurier wants to terminate his contract with Tottenham.
Effect.
Jeez. Big up Drizzy Des again. I'm waiting for.
Is anyone interested in him, Reese? What's his options?
I don't think there is. You know, I think he's a bit of a bad apple as well. You know, I think he's got a bad reputation.
Yeah. He's always had some attitude issues. And that.
So I think when you kind of got that, not many clubs want to touch you.
Big up Drizzy Des. He's saying, I'm waiting for Manchester United versus PSG. That game will be fire. It'll generate so much money. That's true. Big up Lewis in the chat for My Football Heroes.
We need to talk about our window as well. What do you guys make of our window?
We'll talk about it in a minute. Let me just get through these comments and then do this. If there's ever been a stronger selection of football kits on the stream, I've not seen it. Come on. I have a question for the Palace guy. Why do you guys keep playing Jordan Ayew? That guy is trash.
This is probably the first thing I'm actually going to agree with now. Honestly.
Drizzy is on your neck, Rich.
With Jordan Ayew, and I don't care that I'm a fellow Ghanaian. He's poor.
He's not.
I'm sorry.
You got the wrong brother in it, Rich.
The wrong.
Should have been Andre, man.
Should have been Andre, bro.
Like, you know what? He works hard, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, I know we've had a decent window, but we were screaming for a right winger. Unless obviously Zaha will go there when Eze comes back, and Eze will go on the left.
Should have moved on Dan James when you had the chance.
Nah, 30 million.
Hey, bro, whoever negotiated that, they need to get knighted, bro.
There's money laundering. It's 100% money laundering, brother.
Bellerin as well. He's gone to Real Betis.
Yeah.
What, on loan?
Veganism finished that guy, bro.
I don't know. It just says
man turned vegan.
Mano just says.
It's about time Arsenal got rid of him, man. It was getting toxic.
Yeah. Lewis says, will Man U live to regret not getting a lights out CDM?
Yes.
Well, let's talk on the window, United's window real quick, yeah. What would you, man, rate it out of 10? Ferbs, go on.
I'll probably give it a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Because I think the priority had to be CDM.
Yeah.
As much as all the rest of the signings are good on paper, and we can get into breaking down whether others can get the best out of all of them anyway. But most importantly for me, priority was CDM. Just like with Chelsea, where some people say that they might have overpaid for Lukaku and it's overrated. One thing Lukaku can guarantee, no matter where his being in school goes, everywhere he's being, even at United. That was the biggest problem for Chelsea. They went in here and plugged the hole. That's what you do, and when you got an issue, you fix it.
Yep.
I just don't agree with papering around the cracks of a whole bunch of forwards where we already sort of, it's essential you could crash him for the generational talent that he could be. You understand it, but him, Ronaldo, obviously the old talents in their own right and worth individual conversations, but CDM had to be sorted out. It's the foundation, it's the core of everything on your team. Center defense, CDM, striker, and goalkeeper. Your spine got to be good, and that core, your midfield's got to be one of the. That's where you lose and win games.
I hear you, man. Look, before the other guys comment, me personally, I feel like we've got enough in the team as it is. I feel like, yes, it would be nice if we got a CDM, but with what we've got right now, there's enough there to at least challenge. And you add Ronaldo to that, that's a guarantee of goals. It's about coaching at this point. My issue is we have a gap between ourselves and Chelsea and Liverpool and City through coaching. If you put all those teams out there, our team's probably one of the strongest. It's between us and Chelsea. But they've got a coach in Thomas Tuchel who he knows what he's doing. He knows how to get the best out of the group of players he's got. Where with Ollie, he's throwing man out there and he's just waiting and seeing what's happening. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But yeah, I hear your comments on we needed to address that midfield issue first, because it did show yesterday in a game against on Sunday against Wolves, the midfield was non-existent really. Pogba was trying to move forward.
It's gonna pop up all season, right? You're gonna see some games we're gonna blow some teams right away, especially if the attacking lineup we got. But then you can see them games where low blocks we're gonna struggle like crazy. And then when we play them big teams, right? Unless we do what we done last year and a half where we hit them on the counter attack. If it comes to just playing football, we're gonna struggle, man, because that transition game in the midfield, we're gonna definitely score goals, but how are we gonna get the ball to them every game? There's gonna be games where somebody's gonna commit or think they're coming to try to get one over on us, and we're gonna really smack them up. But there's gonna be them games where, bro, it's gonna be so hard to watch when you're watching the ball just keep giving over because the midfield can't hold on to it, and you can't always look to go from back to front immediately. That's nice sometimes to catch them off guard. But that can't be consistent all throughout a game, let alone through a 38-game league season.
That's very true, man. Sunday was a hard watch. I ain't gonna lie. Watching that game,
and look who we playing though. We're playing Southampton and
Wolves.
And Wolves, come on, we got
and if we're struggling like that against them, imagine when we actually play the bigger teams in the league.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why we had to do it. It was the biggest priority.
So, I'm in total agreement with Fabs in terms of a DM. I really wanted one this summer, but I am at a point now where I'm questioning, even if you give Ollie a DM, would he know how to use it properly?
That's my question. I say no.
Yeah.
You can give him whoever you want in there, bro. It's not gonna work because
this is the thing, isn't it? Listen, you can give someone all the best ingredients, bro. They're not gonna put it together like Gordon Ramsay,
Yeah, he hit his ceiling, man. That's the problem. He done what he was supposed to do. He came in, steadied the ship. He brought that positivity back. He shook off all the soul to the Mourinho era, which was a good thing. But at this point, I personally think it's hit his ceiling, and he probably should have moved on. I don't think they should have extended his contract. They should have waited because he still had a year left anyway.
Same. That's what I thought.
There was no rush. Nobody's out there looking to take.
I thought we should have waited till the end of the season and assessed it then.
Yeah, especially because last year was COVID, so you can't really go off of that sacking from last year, man, because you had no home fans.
And there's no danger with Ollie as well with his contract running out. It's not like someone else is going to come take him.
Nobody's looking to come snatch him up. I don't get it, bro. Make sense to me.
I'm gonna answer that, but we're gonna big up Santiago in the building. What are you saying, my guy? You good?
Yeah, hi. How's it going, guys? Just joining in, so I'm trying to figure out what the topic conversation is right now.
So basically, the guys kind of took it off on a bit of a tangent with Ollie and that, but basically, we're rating the summer window. What's the summer window out of 10 for United for you?
I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, or 8.5.
What's your reasons behind? What's your reasons behind that?
So the reason behind it is Ronaldo. If Ronaldo had not been signed, could you imagine that guy wearing a Manchester City shirt? Oh my god, like that, like to me, like City is already like City and PSG were ruining football as is. But if they had gotten Ronaldo, like I probably would like. I kept on jokingly saying like I'm gonna go watch the MLS. Like this is awful. Like,
Wait, I mean, yeah, because I mean, like we discussed it a little bit on the Ronaldo thing. Like, imagine like children in Manchester wearing CR7 in the Man City blue. Like the Glazers, the board, like the fans, would hate this. So obviously, there was Rio, Evra, all of them texted him saying, "Don't go there, come to United, this, that, and the other." And then
Fergie phoned him.
Yeah. So
there was a lot of last minute madness going on, because even that morning, on Friday morning, everyone thought it was to City.
We all thought it was the City, but I didn't do the thing like everybody else. Everybody else was on Twitter slandering his name, saying
KGB was legendary.
And I was just like, bro, it's football, innit? Reset it on the stream on Thursday. He was like, look, there's no loyalty in football, innit? So like what we saying here? Like,
for me, the loyalty thing, bro, like it's a mutual agreement in it between club and player, in it. Like clubs are the same way. There's no loyalty, bro. As soon as you're done, like clubs will cut you out, innit?
I mean, let me get into some comments, and then I'll come to you, Reece, innit? So he said, Drizzy Des again. He says, Arsenal. I think he's talking about about just their poor window. Yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan, don't go to Ghana because we don't know them. We will banter them. I'm still laughing about their party dance, bro. Last season when Partey joined on deadline day, and then they were doing that dance.
That Deneo thing is gonna come back to haunt them, man. It's come back to bite ever since.
And the thing about it is, Partey, look, I respect what he did for Atletico Madrid, but he should have never came here. But I understand, innit? The bag was there, and he said, you know what? I'm just gonna grab that bag. And I said, sometimes you got to build a house for your mum back home, bruv. Like, everyone's there. Like, so
absolutely,
you got to grab that bag. You got to grab that bag. Reece, give me your rating for this summer's window, man.
I think I'd definitely go for an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
The reason being, I think if we got a CDM, I think that would have been 10 out of 10, man. I think I'd have had the perfect window. I'm a bit like you, Ron. I feel like we still can have a good impact on the Premier League. I think we definitely should be title challengers now. But yeah, that CDM, man, I think it's going to be the difference for us definitely getting the Premier League and now just kind of like, top 4, because Ronaldo's not going to guarantee coming in scoring like how he was, no one can guarantee that, and that CDM, it's funny because we was all talking about even before the transfer window even opened. It was that we need a central CDM. We need a CDM, and I don't understand their thinking, man, because they was on the market and there was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few players that we all like earmarked before the transfer window started. You got Tchouaméni at Monaco. You got Bissouma at Brighton. Obviously, Camavinga, but like he didn't want to come through.
You got Ruben Neves at Wolves.
There's
Why didn't they go for Bissouma? I don't understand. What is it, Brighton?
I don't know,
the
man.
Guy,
exactly. It would have made sense, bro.
Even wouldn't have took a lot of money to get him away from him either.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
For me, ideally, it would have been Ndidi in it, but I can understand if that's not realistic.
Yeah. I think Leicester wouldn't want a lot of money for him.
No.
But,
I mean, I hear that, man. 8.5.
But there was value out there as well, bro. Leicester picked up Samari for under 20 million.
Leicester's window was a good one as well, man. They brought in Samari, Patson, Dakar,
Lookman as well,
Ryan Bertrand,
Vestergaard.
Lookman as well. They brought him as well from. He's decent, man.
Yeah, they've bolstered that squad up. Yeah, they're going into the Europa League again. They're going to try and get into that top 4 again as well. So they've done some good business, man. They under the radar.
Yeah, Lookman, he's Premier League tested as well. He was one of the few players at Fulham last year who could actually hold their heads up.
Yeah, he just got to work on his final product a little bit, but it's got some quality to it.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure. I mean, yeah, man. All right, before we get out,
the weird thing too is like, there was actually talks about how like Manchester United actually reached out to Bayern like early this year to like see about Kimmich or Goretzka, like that, like those actually happened, right? So like that's one of those things where like, you know what I mean, like if you're looking for a CDM, why didn't you look elsewhere? Like why did you go for like the most unattainable players?
Yeah, why you? Yeah, you don't go.
Just
for
hearing
Kimmich.
that frustrates me, man. It's just,
I mean, listen, I don't mind that they inquired because that shows ambition. I want my club to be linked with like the Joshua Kimmiches of the world.
But you know they're gonna say no though. That's the thing. Like like.
Well, yeah, you don't go there just to ask, just to get turned down. And if you're going there, you have to be serious.
You gotta be serious, man. Like,
yeah, bring out the checkbook.
Yeah,
what do you want?
Monitoring that seat.
Say that again. Say
monitoring that seat.
Yeah, come on. Like that's what it is, man. We just monitoring every single name in the book, man, until like we go for the most obvious one as well.
I'll tell you what though, Roland. The one thing I will say, bro, it was so nice this summer, waking up to like links to Camavinga opposed to Sean Longstaff.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Bro.
Do you remember that?
Bro, that was stress, bro.
The bar was on the floor.
So that's one thing I will say, man. Under Murto and that, like, obviously we got to give it a chance in it. And then, I'm liking at least who we're linked to now, opposed to how we were moving a season or two ago.
He's pulled it out.
His levels to it.
Not a fan of Josh King, Rush.
bro, the Josh King was so bad.
I just quickly though, how do we think that Man United are going to play next game? Because I think it's going to be interesting. Because obviously he's not going to isolate Fred again, like how he did against Wolves.
No,
obviously McTominay's still injured.
He's isolating Fred, bro.
What's he going to do?
The way I see it, is Ronaldo's going to come in there, and for the next maybe 3-4 games, there's a lift because he's in the building, he's at the club now, and so he will carry us to a few extra wins.
Bro, I reckon as well. I reckon with or without the armband, he's going to be the leader on the pitch, innit?
Yeah.
And but in the dressing room. I reckon Ronnie's going to start calling the shots.
No, he won't be. We said it already. Like I feel like at a certain point, if like the game we played on Sunday, if we play like that and Ronaldo's on the pitch, he's not going to have it. He's not having that. Like,
he's not having that, bro. I reckon he's going to just have a quiet word with the players and be like, all right, listen, forget what Ollie said. I want you to pass me the ball like this. Luke, when you get the ball, you whip it into me.
Bro.
If I was on that team, I'm doing the same thing.
I can see that happening.
I won't even listen to Ollie. What?
Drizzy Des says Ronaldo's getting Ollie the sack this season, bruv. It's true, man. He could, like, because if we play like that, he's going to be bad. All right,
and especially this is the thing though as well, because with Ronaldo, we know what he brings, that elite mentality, and time is against him as well. So he's got a very short window to do what he needs to do. So I can definitely see him going straight to Fergie or to the board and being like, listen, like, you're gonna have to get somebody in there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to like chat to Zizou and that?
Yeah.
And he's played with the best managers in the world, so he's gonna know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
Yeah, most definitely. So I wouldn't be surprised, man. Depending on how the season goes, bro. We'll see.
Ronaldo ain't here for the vibes thing, man. He wants trophies, innit? So it is. Guys, give me your signings of the summer before we wrap up.
Ooh, well, just overall from any club.
Just overall, any club. Who do you think's the signing of the summer?
Shit.
There's a lot out there, bro. It's a hard.
There's a lot, bro. I'm gonna have to think about that still, man. Damn.
Oh, I'll just tell you mine straight now. Messi, bro. That's it.
Is it Messi,
Ain't no better sign than Messi.
I'm probably gonna have to go with Lukaku, just because overall that is what Chelsea needed. Like they saw a hole, they plugged that hole, and they couldn't have done it any better, really.
Santiago?
When you just think of someone who fits the system as well, knows the league, guaranteed goals, it was a no-brainer.
I would actually, for me, it's actually going to go. I'm going to go with Varane. Like I think he's going to be making a massive difference on that. There
again, Santi. Like for 34 million, bro, it's ridiculously good business.
Yeah, like as far as like a business signing, that's mine.
Big up Drizzy. There's Messi who Lukaku he won't do shit. Furbs, what are you saying?
I'd probably full summer right between Brush and Santiago. I think Lukaku, like I said earlier, they saw the hill and they plugged it with the best thing available, not even outright available, but they made sure it's available by the money they put up. Inter weren't going to turn down that type of money.
And Lukaku weren't turning down those wages either, bro. He's the second highest paid player behind Ronaldo in the league.
Yeah.
No, and
It's a guarantee, as you said, Furbs. It's a guarantee you'll score goals, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's something that they struggled with up front, didn't they?
That was the only thing they was missing last year. If they had a striker last year, they'd have been pushing. They probably would have pushed City all the way, man, because they played some good football, man.
We'll talk.
Yeah. Reese, what are you saying? Who's the signing of the summer?
Messi.
He's a Messi, yeah.
Yeah. There's no, bro. You bring Messi in your team. I mean, mad.
Bro, did you see when they introduced him? It was like WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I think it takes now Paris Saint-Germain to be like a farmers league, a bit of a joke. To I'm going to be watching Paris Saint-Germain every week too. Yeah,
I'll tell you what was crazy to me though.
Yeah, like
the way him and Ramos embraced was mad to me.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, no, mad,
bro.
Mad.
Like it's the way they were hugging each other up after over a decade of beefing and that. It's mad.
You say the French league. You say the French league it ain't a farmers league no more because Messi is there, but they're outside the top 5 leagues in Europe. You know.
Yeah, they dropped down to 6 now, innit?
Yeah, they dropped down to 6 because Portugal jumped ahead of them for some reason. I think they just have more like points in the UEFA system and all of that. So man's still in the farmers thing, you know.
What I'm saying is Paris Saint-Germain, they will be thereabouts Champions League.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah, the Champions League is the real measurement. Really.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how we're really going to judge it.
Yeah, they'll be
I mean, because people have been shitting on the Bundesliga for years, but Bayern, they always slap it up in Europe, innit? So you got to respect it, man.
Big up.
Do you guys see that? I think it was Lyon's camp reached out to Martial and was like, "Hey, you trying to come back?" And he's like, "No."
You know, I can see the smile in Reese's face, when he's hearing this Martial news because he wants him gone in.
This is a perfect opportunity to get money for this guy. I don't know why we're holding on to him.
Listen, if the right offer comes in, I am more than happy for Martial.
I'm telling you, and Ronaldo, that's one player. I'm telling you, that's one player in the squad. He's not going to motivate. But Martial's going to be the same facial expressions, same no smiling, same just walking around. Watch, you're going to see. Yeah.
Rich, give me your signing of the summer.
Messi,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Big up Lewis. He says, great stream. He gave a question. Worst signing.
Worst signing.
Go around. Worst signing. What are you saying? Wait, I'm gonna just say Ben White in it.
I was gonna say Ramsdale.
He's gonna say Ramsdale. Ben White, like I've seen pictures of him like running scared from tackles. I've seen look, he faked COVID because he didn't want it with Lukaku. Like he's the worst signing already.
He's the Love Island Phil Jones.
No one there, man. Like he did not want it with any of them guys. So hey, do you
know what? I actually think he's a good player, but obviously the fee is mad.
Yeah,
but then again, it is what it is, isn't it? It's the same thing. I thought when we signed Maguire for 80 million, I wanted to cry. Man City slapped 100 on Grealish, and even that was only because he had the release clause. Otherwise, they probably would have bidded more in it.
Yeah, true.
The reason behind the Ramsdale decision is like just obviously a year or so beforehand, they got rid of their better goalkeeper in Emi Martinez,
bro.
Which made.
But don't you think hindsight played a part in that, though,
bro?
He's just a better keeper. I'm sorry.
No, I agree, Rich. I don't need them to have that Martinez good.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should never let him go. But I don't understand why they did it. Like,
but you know what it is though. He was there for 10 years, bro. He was back up for 10 years, and he had that really good spell, But
in that big spell, you can tell he was the better goalkeeper.
Yeah, you could. But then you have to look at it this way as well, Rich. You got to look at it this way, Rich. Like they've got more invested in Leno by way of wages. He's younger. He's had European experience as well.
So why sign Ramsdale?
Well, obviously in hindsight now, they know they have stuff in it. I don't know why they signed Ramsdale though, because that's a joke signing.
And this is for me personally. That's why it's a worst signing.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense.
So with the Martinez thing, though, I can kind of understand it. Obviously, now it's the wrong decision because Martinez has established himself as one of the best keepers in the league.
Yeah, big up Jizzy
But
Des.
yeah, I can kind of understand why they made that decision at the time. But the Ramsdale one, it baffles me, bro. If I was them, I would have moved for like a Kane or Navas or someone.
Yeah, I'm not too sure them man are going to try and move to Arsenal for no European football.
No, because now the rumours gone there, you would have been like, listen, come play first team football and we'll take you on loan.
Yeah, them man are doing that. Go on.
It's a good point. You got to kind of test the waters with other keepers. Maybe even like a Dean Henderson. Just test the waters, because Dean Henderson would not want to be sitting on the bench.
130 grand a week. You think them man are going to pay that? I don't think so. For a backup keeper, like, come on, like, they ain't doing that. Like, wages is a big thing.
Then you find a keeper that's better than Leno. Then,
if you're not going to get a proper upgrade on Leno, then what's the point?
I would. Sergio Romero.
They're just doing up Brexit for no reason.
Sergio Romero
was the guy that you could have taken, but he didn't.
It's a great show.
So I mean, it is what it is. Drizzy Des says Varane, my French brother, saving sweet Caroline Maguire arse every time. Wow. Messi, PSG won't do shit when they play the Nemesis United in the final. Hey, you're on the gas thing, bro.
All right, listen, bro. It doesn't matter who Messi's playing in it. He's levels in it. Put some respect on Messi, man.
100%.
The Martial disrespect in this stream. It seems you people don't see what Martial bring to the team. Because
no, I actually think Martial's a quality player, bro.
Please, I beg you, tell me, please, because I feel like I've missed that. Please,
all I'm saying
what does he bring?
If we get a good offer, you cash in it.
Yeah, you
because the kind of money he's earning, he's on Aguero wages. He's not doing Aguero things.
Yeah, it's a bit mad still. We got Manchester Mania says hi, and he says, "Mark my words, Arsenal will finish in the bottom 10, possibly."
I can see that happening.
I can see it happening. To be honest, with the way the season started, no goals.
I'll tell it'll be gone though in a couple of games.
You think so?
Yeah, pressure will be too much, man. They can't.
But this is the thing, though, bro. Yeah, realistically, who are they going to get
into the stadium, and that's what happens.
But who are they going to get in realistically?
Eddie Howe.
Like, I honestly see it being someone like an Eddie Howe or Graham Potter if they get rid of.
It's them two, bro.
Give Tony Adams to the end of the season, man.
They should go and get Potter. They should go and just say.
Or they call him Uncle Wenger out of retirement and come and do.
That would be mad. Can you imagine? After all their protests and that to get him out.
What they should do is go all out and say Graham Potter comes to our club.
And at the time, I'll tell you what, I was saying at the time as well, you need to put respect on Wenger, you know, because he was getting them man top 4 guys like Abu Diaby, bro.
If you see, look, a lot of these Arsenal fans that you see right now, they've not seen.
He actually made Abu Diaby look like a baller.
I've seen William Gallas sit on the pitch after Birmingham 2-2 draw, bro. Gave up everything. They were 7 points clear at the time at the top of the table. Man gave up, bro. Like, he sat on the pitch, bro. Like, I've seen that from Arsenal. So from you telling me that was bad, to now, bro, you ain't seen Arsenal.
It's
mad.
From bad to worse, isn't it? The decline has been gradual but consistent.
I am just going through some of the transfers. Rich, tell me how Burnley signed Wayne Hennessy on a free. What did they see in him, bro? Because last season he had a shocker.
Hey, Sean Dyche is doing a madness up there, man. Man's brought in Cornet, and he might bring in Weston McKennie from Juventus, bro. I'm like, bro, what are these
What is Weston McKennie? Shut up. To Burnley.
I swear I see it.
I heard he's
we were linked with him as well.
Bro, what kind of bag are they offering Weston McKennie to go from Juve to Burnley?
But it's a madness still. I saw that. I was like, who's going to Burnley one? Like, who's inviting these men up to Burnley? We need to warn them before they touch down.
Yeah, for real.
Because it's not.
I'll tell you what, though, I do rate Sean Dyche, you know, because he plays dead football, bro. Every year, I think their man are going to get relegated, and they pull it out of the bag. That's a skill in itself.
That scumbaggery football, bro.
Big up Manchester Mania. Says Martial does bring something, draining 50 million a year from the club. He said, I think Arsene Wenger will try for Zidane or Conte. I think he's
bro. Conte walked away from Inter Milan due to financial restrictions. There's no way he's walking into that mess at Arsenal.
No, he can't. I don't think he will.
Nah.
But to be fair, the only way is up though. Really, like you can't really get any worse.
Yeah,
Bruv,
but
whoever goes
Or
in,
can you? Sounds like a Dr. Pepper advert if I ever heard one recently.
bruv, they could go for a man like Ian Holloway, Roy Hodgson. Might have
Listen,
to
anything less than a win for those guys against Norwich, yeah, and it's on.
All right, Drizzy there says, I will gladly sell Rashford before I sell Martial. Apart from pace, Rashford is average. He's a B-Tech Jordan Ayew. Jesus Christ. What is this, bro?
Drizzy is on that smoke today, bro.
Hey, bro, you're moving mad, you know. Hey, you're talking about Rashford MBE, you know. What?
See, you know what? This is the problem, though, Roland. This is the problem. I reckon Rashford, the brand, has become bigger than Rashford, the player now. You know,
100%, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
I hear you.
Yeah, if you take him for what he is, you can appreciate him, and it is what it is.
When I saw him yesterday, the way he was going on, like he was like Messi, bro.
He's the next thing.
You said you saw him with Jesse yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, when I saw him with Jesse yesterday, Jesse was just like, just in a tracksuit. Do you know what I mean? Got a hat on, just walks into the restaurant. Rashford comes, he's got glasses on, he's got a mask on, he's got a big chain on, big watch, and I'm just like, brother, like. I get it that you're a British icon, innit? That to a certain extent, but we ain't done that for United. Like really, yeah, I'm saying he's had maybe 1 or 2 good seasons.
I mean, old school United would not allow him to even get to that kind of level, like in terms of his mentality. You know how like I remember stories like even like in the recent years where they said Memphis rolled up to a reserve game in a Rolls Royce, bro. And
they sent him home in that, innit?
Yeah, Rooney told him the next day, like, why did you do that, bro? This is a reserve game, bro. You could have just come in with somebody else, bro. You shouldn't have come and pulled up to this small ground in the Rolls Royce. And it's like, bro, if the OGs was there, bro, you man ain't doing.
Yeah, they would have been onto him. That can't run, innit?
Can't run.
Well,
but
hopefully Ronaldo changes that mentality, man. All those guys that want to go home early after training.
Bro, I reckon Cristiano's going to be moving like Kobe Bryant. You know, there's certain man in that squad that can't even talk to him.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah,
it's true. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you guys for jumping on the stream. Guys, shout yourselves out, man. All the stuff you're doing. Just plug yourselves right now, innit?
Brush, I am about. There's nothing on my channel, but Roland will have my link and stuff in the description. Go subscribe in it. There's nothing on there though, but subscribe to me still.
Go, Reese.
Just obviously my Twitter, Reese WW, but more time you just catch me on Pros Only or Eagle Eye TV.
Go, Rich.
Yeah, Eagle Eye Football, Palace content predominantly, but I speak to every fan of every club, and definitely Sunday nights is a vibe. Make sure you get down to Get Amped. But big up to you, Roland boy. Big up to you.
Yeah. Come on, man. Thank you. Santiago, what are you saying?
I actually don't necessarily have a channel, but I do do a show occasionally with Rich on Eagle Eye Football called USI, where we talk about all sorts of different U.S. sports, whether it be hockey, basketball, American football, college football. So
cool.
It's always a fun time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put your Twitter and all of that in the description in it so people can follow you up. And Ferbs.
Yeah, I'm not really on too much still, but I'm got my channel. I ain't really putting no real effort into it. I'm gonna sort my shit out. But it's my name that pops up every now and then at United Fervent TV. I'm gonna get back to it. I started it last year, like preseason, but that Crystal Palace game, bro, sucked. That's what I was trying to get going, right? I done like an introduction video, right? And then I on the Crystal Palace review, bro. I look back at it afterwards. I was like, I ain't doing this. plus I'm got pure use, right? So I didn't really have a lot of time to get it in.
Hold on. Let me sub and watch that.
Get up there, Rich. Make me delete it, man. No, but I'll be on man streams. I'll be hopping on. This is my thing. I love football, so I'll be on. I'm gonna sort my shit out when I get back. I'm gonna be in Boston right now. So when I get back, Cali, I'm gonna sort my little basement and get my stuff in. I'll be plugging in more regularly still.
Come on. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna put your social media and all of that so people can follow you up in the socials anyway. But guys,
a whole 18 minutes for him, yeah?
Yeah, hey, bro. I know it's outside too. I should have just deleted it. It's probably not great quality.
No way, I've subscribed. I'm gonna like it
I
now.
appreciate it still though.
All right, that's jokes. All right, guys, thank you for coming on to the stream as always. And yeah, to the people that have been locked in, thank you for being locked in. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we are out. Peace.